Good morning, Facebook. How are you? So I am Bernadette Henry. I will do the official introduction when I share this out to my personal page. And I'm also going to post this live on Instagram and Periscope. So bear with me. If you're tuning in, be sure to tell me who you are. Be sure to tell me where you're from. And be sure to let me know, do you have a child on the autism spectrum, or do you know someone with a child on the autism spectrum, or are you a professional in the field that works with children on the autism spectrum? Let me know if any of the three categories apply to you. All right, so let me just share this out really quick with my profile there, and then I'm going to put this in a group that I have. Bam, okay? And in the meantime, I'm just going to put this here on Periscope and Instagram. I think that was too much. Hey! All right, so let me just go to Instagram, Periscope, and then we will get this started. In the meantime, I'm going to tell the story of how autism was introduced into my world. So I'm going to put this here. Live. So here is, hey Instagram. No, I just wanna, okay. When I first suspected autism. All right, oh, I put that. Suspected autism. All right, so this is Instagram, and I'm going to do Periscope, and I'm going to get this started really quickly. Okay. One more. I'm sorry, y'all, but gotta save time. All right, so this is Periscope. And I first suspected autism. All right, we're going live here on Periscope. Boom. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bernadette Henry, and I work with moms of newly diagnosed autistic children, manage their feelings so that they can get the child the help that they need. I'm only here as a parent and a professional that works with other moms that are working to cope through their feelings. So today, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but yesterday I believe I told you like who I am and what I do. And today I'm here to tell you about when I first suspected autism, okay? So my son, about 2013-ish, actually way before then, when my son was 2 years old, I used to see a social worker for this program that I was in at the time. It was a great program, shout out to Room to Grow. And I had an amazing social worker by the name of Lachelle Wooten. And at the age of 2 years old, she suggested that I seek early intervention for my son. And, you know, I was kind of taken aback. So when she first told me, I did not get the early intervention. And she suggested because she felt that he wasn't talking at the age appropriate milestone at that time. So, you know, months later, she spoke to me again. She said, hey, you should do early intervention. So that's when I finally decided to call. And I made the appointment. Early intervention came to my home. They evaluated my child. And then I had to go to a center for additional evaluations. And he was deemed ineligible. So I was like, okay, whatever. I did what I had to do. My son is fine. I can move on with my life. So we moved on with life. And then he became like 3 years old. And at 3 years old, it was just a lot of different things going on. He was tantruming a lot. He was doing self-harming behaviors. He used to throw tablets all the time, break dishes, bang his head on the wall. And then when he got to school, it was like hitting the kids. It was just a lot of things going on. So finally one day I said to myself, I said, you know what? I don't think something's right here. I think something's just quite off. And it's so funny because I had called his father that same day, and I'm just like, something is just not right. And I believe that same day or the next day, the school called me and they're like, hey, I was Miss Robinson at the time. They was like, hey, Miss Robinson, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay. So I went into the school and they just started talking about his behaviors and what he was doing. And they wrote a plan to help, engage him throughout whatever behaviors he was displaying at the time. And I used to go to the school all the time. All the time I had to go to meetings. And so finally, I guess the next school year, one of his teachers was like, maybe you should get child study team involved. And I'm just like, don't think I want to do that. No, I was like, what, I do think I want to do that. And once I did, he was approved. Yet still, this is not saying that he had a diagnosis. He was just exhibiting different behaviors in school, even though no one told me anything. So finally, push came to shove. He started banging his head on the bathtub, and I'm just like, ooh, this is not cool. And one time it was just so bad that I had to take him to the hospital to get stitches above his eye. And that's when I said, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but something is going on. I went to a psychologist, not a psychiatrist, but a psychologist. And when I explained the symptoms to her, she said, hey, it sounds like he has Asperger's. And I'm just like, Asperger's, what's that? And basically Asperger's is a form of autism. So it's high functioning autism. Now the term Asperger's is not really used anymore in the DSM-5. However, it's still a very popular term, and many people still call autism or high functioning autism Asperger's, because that's, like I said, a very popular term. And when you say Asperger's, people already automatically know what you're talking about. So that's when autism was introduced into my world, and life went on from there. Life hasn't been the same since. So that's my story of when I first suspected. And I know everyone's story is different because, like I said, autism had to actually be introduced to me. I didn't sit down and look at all his behaviors and say, maybe he has autism. And the thing about it is, at that time, I knew people with autistic children, yes, but it just never, ever, ever, ever crossed my mind. And this is why I'm here on a mission to talk to you, to help you cope, whether you suspect something is going on, whether your child just received a diagnosis, or whether you're about 6 months in or so and you're still coping with your feelings of denial, anger, grief, shame, all of that. I'm here for you because I know what it is not to have that support. I know what it is to think something's going on, but you mistake it for something else and you try to justify, and then by the time goes by, then maybe you don't have time for early intervention, or maybe you've robbed some time from your child's life that you could have given them the help that they needed. So this is what I'm here to do, and this is why I'm sharing my story. So like I said, that was my story of when I suspected. Your story may sound different, okay? So let me just reset, let you know who I am again, and let you know about my upcoming webinar. I am Bernadette Henry, and I help moms of newly diagnosed autistic children cope with their spectrums of emotions so that they can give the child the help that they need to thrive and survive. Now, about my webinar, I have an upcoming webinar on April 28th, and it's called From Suspecting to Accepting. And I'm basically going to share with you tips and strategies to help you cope with your feelings of anger, grief, denial, shame, so that you can get your child the help that they need. And I know that having these feelings are normal. I'm not going to make them disappear. I'm just going to help you cope and see the light at the end of the tunnel, because it's all about the kids, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them here. Once again, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope. I'd like to thank you so much for joining with me. Instagram, feel free to share. There's a little arrow button, look like an airplane. You want to share this out, you can definitely press that button, share. Facebook, all you got to do is press the share button. Periscope, all you got to do is press share with your followers. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Once again, if you want to join my webinar, From Suspecting to Accepting, on Instagram, the link is in my bio. Periscope, the link is in my bio. Facebook, I will put the link here in my caption, okay? And if you are a parent that suspects your child has autism and you want to know the signs, like I said, I'm not here to diagnose, but if you do want to know the signs signs. I have a list of the signs on Periscope. Just click the link in my bio. You will see the signs. Instagram, click the link in my bio. The signs are there. Facebook, I will give you the link to read the signs of autism, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Instagram. Share. Bye, Periscope. And bye, Facebook.